Alright. Hey there, YouTube. Dubs Rider here. I'm out for a little stroll today. I'm on the Spyder because I'm waiting for some epoxy and stuff to dry up on my bike, because I'm putting on a fender extender and stuff, and I just got done shooting that video, so hopefully I'll have that edited here soon and posted for everybody. But yeah, figured I'd bring the Spyder out for a ride and talk about my vlogging topic today. I spent most of the morning doing that, putting that fender extender on my bike and making sure I was shooting that right, and we'll see how that video comes out. But I also spent part of the morning rerunning a new mic in my headset, or in my helmet here, and took a while, and I've got a couple windscreens on there, and yeah, I'm hoping the audio comes out better. Now, I didn't change up the style of mic that I'm using. Still using the same style of mic here. I'm just using another windscreen. Oh, big crap in the road there. Well, that came out in the GoPro. It's a pretty big chunk of stuff there. But so yeah, I put a couple more windscreens on it. I ran it a little differently in my helmet, and I was hoping that replacing the mic, because after a year of vlogging on it, I imagine maybe the mic was going bad or whatever, but I was getting some popping, some crackling in my mic. And on these cheaper mics like I use, you got to be real careful about the cords. You got to make sure you got the cords run correctly. That way you don't move them at all, because they got a real thin insulation on them. So if you move them at all, you end up getting a lot of that weird vibrations through the mic. And I think that testing at home, I kind of got that worked out. But the problem with testing the mic at home is you really can't tell how it's going to work out, and it's one of the struggles of being a vlogger. Is I feel that good audio is goes a long ways on creating these videos. I believe it's one of the more important parts of the vlog is good audio, because if people can't hear you, I have a hard time sitting there watching the video unless there's music playing in the background or something, or what have you. But it's a real struggle to kind of replicate at home, testing out how a mic's gonna sound when you're out on the motorcycle. And then even harder yet, when it sounds like at speed. And then I've got not only my bike to think about, but I've got this one to think about, and whether I have the windscreen up or down, or you know, there's like 100 different variables in how the audio is going to come out. And I really want to make sure that I'm putting out a good video for you guys. I'm gonna be ordering up a polarizer, because I hear that makes a huge difference when you're riding in the sun on the GoPro. But one of those polarizer caps, I think, will make a big difference in just the video. But I've been racking my brain on this whole audio thing, and I've done research on whether I should switch out my mic. I've researched tons of different lapel mics, and you can spend $60, $80 on a lapel mic that I'm just strictly going to put in my helmet. And the reason for that is I don't take my mic in and out of my helmet once I've got it installed. I have a wired mic, but I only unplug it from my GoPro. So there's not a whole lot of room for error when I'm plugging it in and out, because it's there. It's got the same setup, it's the same spot every time. So when I find something I like, and I think I did about halfway through last year, I think I found a position I liked in my helmet, and then, like I said, these cheap mics, they just, I don't know if they go bad on you or what, but for the price, I really can't justify spending $60 or $80 on a microphone that I'm just gonna have in my helmet, when they don't have horrible audio quality, and you can get like a 3-pack of them for, I don't know, $7 or $8 or something. It's insane, the price that you spend on a couple of these. And to me, the audio quality is good enough that it's not gonna warrant me spending that kind of extra money. So then I'm stuck trying to figure out how I'm gonna make the mic better in my helmet, whether I place it differently, you know, if I put different windscreens on it. I don't know, it's one of those damn things. I think I had it figured out last year at a certain point, and I was kind of happy with where it was at, and then the mic goes bad. So then you spend all this time trying to reconfigure it and get it back to where you want, and then I don't know, we'll see if the mic goes bad again. I don't know, maybe I'll just get better at setting these things up, but it's just a struggle trying to get good audio on a motovlog, just because there's so many different wind variables and so many different variables to take into account. So this person probably thinks I'm following them here. Really, I'm not. I'm just kind of out bombing around on some of these back roads. Love the sound of this motor. Love the sound of this motor. But yeah, so I tested this in the house, and it seemed to come out okay. For the sound, it's kind of hard to tell because it's with that many windscreens on it in a quiet environment. The mic kind of resonates a little bit, and so you sound like you're in a tunnel. But when you're out on a motorcycle, there's enough air around you that you don't sound like you're in a tunnel. It kind of, I don't know if it cleans the audio up, or because it's got some wind resistance there, the mic kind of ups the gains on it or something. But I sounded like I was in a tunnel, which until I figured that out last year, I thought was a bad thing. So I was always trying to get it to sound clear in my house, and then by the time I got outside, it was all windy and crappy sounding. So now I know that in my house I should probably sound like I'm in a tunnel, and then when I get outside I've got enough space and air that it's going to kind of clean that audio up on its own. So that's why you see me kind of fidgeting with my face guard here. Is just because I'm trying to figure out how this audio sounds in several different configurations. But maybe those other motovloggers out there can kind of do their video response on their audio. I feel like it's very, very important to the video to have great audio, and it's always a struggle trying to get the best audio you can here. But yeah, that's kind of my reason for coming out today. I guess yeah, you don't really need a reason to come out and ride, but it's always better when you have one, I would say. Kind of test out my mic and see how the audio is coming out now. If I've done everything correctly, the audio should be coming out really nice. Should be a nice clean signal. And then you'll get a little bit of air when I open up my visor and stuff here. And then you get a lot of the bike sound. Now I know that there's a couple of people that use the Sena GoPro pack, and I think it's Renegade Biker, was it? I've been talking back and forth with him, but I've watched some of his videos and he's really struggling getting that going. And see, I didn't mind the Sena pack on my helmet with that GP10. I think it's GP10. Anyway, I didn't mind the sound of that. It gave me really clean audio, but I'm using the Midland Next system on my helmet, and so I don't know if that's a different, if it picks up a little bit differently than the SMH10, but the Midland Next, I think, really did a good job of picking up audio from me talking on the GP10 through my GoPro. But the issue that I ran into was it just drowned out the sound of the bike so much. I don't know if it just like dropped the gain on it, or I don't know, it just, you sound like you're in a muffled room or something. I don't know, like you got marbles in your mouth or something. But it sounded really really marbly to me, and you couldn't hear the bike at all. And part of motovlogging that I enjoy is hearing that motor kick in. You gotta love the sound of it. Like, that's what I love when I'm watching vlogging videos, is hearing the sound of the bike. And I don't know, you get that visceral feeling like you're out there with them. And that's why I kind of like this setup here in front of the helmet, because in front of the helmet you get that first person view. I know a lot of the bigger motovloggers love the sound of this bike, but I know a lot of the bigger motovloggers have the side helmet set up, and I mean, it's alright. I still watch them, I still watch the videos. I like the first person perspective of having it mounted in front, and I really like the way the GoPro has that nice wide angle on it. So yeah, hopefully the audio is coming out good, and maybe, God, it's so scatterbrained today. That's where I was going. But I know some of the guys were using that the SMH10 with their GP10 setup or whatever, and they were complaining about it with the SMH10. But the 20S, I guess, has high definition audio. And I don't know, I spent the 80 to 90 bucks, or that it was to buy that GoPro audio pack. So I don't know if I should invest in a 20S and see if how the audio sounds on that. I don't know, I didn't really like it with the sound on my Midland system, so I'd still like to be able to hear the bike and hear a little bit of wind. So I just have it sitting in a box at home, and I'd really love to use the thing, to be honest. I mean, it would make life so much simpler to just have that one setup for everything. You don't have two different microphones in your helmet, because I've got one for my Midland system, and then I've got one for my vlogging, and then I wouldn't have wires hanging around and stuff, and it would make my life a lot simpler if I could get the audio that I wanted out of them. So I'm going to do a little more research on that, find out if the 20S is really the way to go on getting that ultra high definition audio, if that's still going to give me the sound that I like the one I get from a standard lav mic just plugged in. So that's still in the works. I'm also considering the upgrade to the Hero 4, and I guess I don't know, I've been watching tons and tons. That's a nice house. I've been watching tons and tons of videos about the Hero 4 versus silver versus black, and then I've watched a few about the Hero silver versus the 3 Plus black, and I'm torn at this point. It's like you get the back LCD with the silver, and it looks like you get slightly better video quality out of the 4, better processor, maybe a little bit different lens, so the video looks a little more solid coming out of the 4. It's not so much artifacting. I'll notice it when I'm watching my videos and I'm doing my editing. As I'm riding down a street like this with the trees off to the side, I'll get artifacting on the video, and apparently that's a little bit cleaner on the Hero 4 Silver. And so I've contemplated whether or not I should bite the bullet and buy one of those, or bite the bullet and buy the 4K, the Hero Plus, or the Hero 4 Black Edition. I keep, like, in my current computer setup, like, editing in 4K would just take me so much time, and I don't know if it would really even be worth it to edit in 4K or shoot in 4K, because YouTube compresses the videos so much that it I don't know, I don't think it looks that great anyway. So then you downscale it to 1080p, and then you just kind of, I don't know, I guess there's a whole bunch more detail there, but I'm really torn on the 4K thing, or whether I should even spend the money to upgrade, upgrade to the Hero 4 Silver from the Hero 3 Black Plus, or Hero 3 Plus Black. This GoPro's been a workhorse for me. I really have not run into any issues with it, and I see some people running into issues with that silver, and it kind of scares me, but I have not run into hardly any issues, with the exception of that whole remote thing that I had a video on last year. But that happened for a couple days, a couple times riding, and heck, most of the time I don't even use the remote anymore because I don't have it set up on this bike, or I forget to set it up on my other bike, so I don't even use that anymore. I can see from the back of the GoPro whether or not it's recording. So the only benefit I get out of the remote is I can see the time and maybe not ramble quite as long on you guys. But yeah, let's throw some comments below. Let me know what you guys think. Do you like the new audio setup? One, that's kind of the first thing, is the new audio setup. And then how do you what's your take on the Hero 4 upgrade, and is it worth the money? And we will let you go out on a high note here. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe, and I will talk to you later.